Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This to the 25-yard line.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Rush in.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Play action now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Cousins. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
I'm coming after you. 25. X3. 218.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go! 70, Indy. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Blue draw quarters. Snap.
On 1st down, Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike, 53.
50.
Here's Hill. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Hill. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curve. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check 37. Check 37. Sponge. No. Big dribble.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Back. Whip. Watch the whip. Ready.
Out of the gun, Hill. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Check. Bravo. Mike. Recon, 132 fighter. Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Hey, Foxtrot. Watch the shift.
Check. 53's Mike.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hill. Flipping left side. It's complete. He's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Let's go, D.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Right there, 56. Here I come. Gun.
On first down, Drake. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the run. They're running it. What's the distance? 56. Mott's 56. Hey, let's get this. 56, the Mott, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Slam.
Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Where's that?
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. And he fires one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slap. Watch the 48. Watch the slap. Jumper.
Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Alex Anzalone just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
No.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, zoom.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At the 42-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 55. Here we go, team.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Hill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey. Switch.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Just beating the play clock is Hill. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Hatchet. Kill.
Hey, exit.
Hey, turn it up.
Big ribbon.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
36. Check three.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Tight up.
Hit it.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Set. 60 or. Protein spill.
Check the backer. Hey, alert three. Check.
Five.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let it. 10-2 stop.
Check 52's the line. Don't get nervous.
Hey, Haywood. Yes.
Quick dance.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Ready up.
Choose the mic, boy. 52. Watch the pass.
22 jet bombers.
SOS. Out. 49.
80 weapon. Hey, seam 6.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Hey, defense. Let's go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey,
Shoot.
They'll try the air now with Hill. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown for Dave.
Michael Thomas. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Check, 47.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Listen.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
To throw, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They got a man. It's Woods. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
It's on field. Hey, it's all around.
On 1st and 10, Cousins looking deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by K'Von Webster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
A final shot before break. Hill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this out past the 25. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
6-6, pull it high. Get it.
From the gun, Hill. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Greystone travel.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. I got you. 61 Matchbox Lights.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Under 10, under 10, 10. Switch.
General West. Let's go.
They go to Johnson again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, check one. Watch it,
Hill looks to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, Ken.
Right there, 56.
X3, 218, chopper.
Deuce.
To throw is Cousins. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick O'Leary, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Check, lean up, 48. Crash.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Got it.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Come on. You better.
You draw Corkins.
He's checking credit. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, Echo. Yo, fast, fire.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutzel looked to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
Meh.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Pick up the ball. Leave it, 48. 56 to Mutt, boys, 56. Check, 56. Here we go, G.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now Cousins. This is caught. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
No gain on this defense.
Buzz.
56. Mutt.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills. His third touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Dolphins 19.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
You ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Don't let him breathe.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Watch the edge.
Cut out.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
I'm here all day.
Go.
Check 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Hey, watch your leg.
Hill on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike, get down.
There's Hill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. For this home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Ready? 60 yards.
Blue down,
80 weapons. Get it.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Here we go. Check.
Let's go.
Here's Hill. Screenplay, Johnson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Hill. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They run. It's Johnson. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
65.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, orbit.
No, check that.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Cousins. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
50, plant.
Choose the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Topper!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 43-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Check 99. Check 99. Slam.
And they give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Hill. Being chased out left. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Cousins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins will try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Cousins now. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And 7 at the 45-yard line.
On the double.
52, Mike 52.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Bravo.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. I know he ain't got it.
Down.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
Now it's Hill. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Takk McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing, Cousins. And Stills bringing it in. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, Delta.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Again, it's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll throw again. Cousins. And Woods has it complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey, can. General West.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.